the notion that like people would just like let rapists go because they're migrants is insane. That's not how the criminal justice system works. The criminal justice system doesn't work in that way where you just go, "Oh, are you doing this like heinous crime? Wait, hold on, let me check the books. Oh, it says here that you're doubly illegal. So now you're free to go." Like that's not how double jeopardy works. People just like maybe people famously misunderstood the concept of double jeopardy and they just think that that's how it goes. Like if you do a murder on the way after you're done with your police are like, "Oh no, he did both of these crimes. It's time to let him go." Like that's not how this works.
One other thing. So like they're doing this thing with like these deportations where they bring in like celebrities to deport people, and it made me wonder, what is the probability that Tom Homan would let me go with him dressed up as Ash Ketchum with watching them do deportations? Like I feel like it's probably at least 5% chance, right? Like I think I think we're at a 5 to 10% chance that this could happen. Yeah, exactly. That'd be really good content. It would be. And yeah, probably not gonna happen though, but it would be fucking funny. For the love of God, you must try. Yeah, it'd be fucking hilarious. And yeah, your statement about not voting to disadvantage yourself is really blowing up on X with strong support. Well, of course it is. Of course, it's just a logical perspective to have. Now, there's a bunch of emotionally unstable retards on the internet that like to distort reality. But no, of course, I'm not going to vote for somebody who's going to say that someone else is going to have a privilege that I can't have. Why the fuck would I ever do that? That's the most retarded thing you can imagine. So, no, of course, that's like, I mean, why don't I just vote to have somebody shoot me? Like, what is this?
Look up Asmongold's friend Coy Cody on Bayhar, Texas court records. He has multiple domestic abuse charges. I have no idea who that is, brother. I have no idea who the that is. Why would that be relevant to the conversation about Asmongold himself saying he wants to, do this thing? There's something evil, man. There's something real evil about this process of deportation, okay? Where you're just like, yeah, I can't wait to film this process. Like, this is some real straight Nazi shit. Because people think right now, I know how people think, okay? People right now think, oh, nah, these guys are just like rapists and stuff, dude. That's why it's like good. What, you want a rapist to stay in the country or whatever? And for me, the answer is like, I want a rapist to be in prison, okay? That's what I want. And it seems like you don't want them to be in prison. I just want to point that out. I want the rapist to go to jail, which would imply that they stay in the country instead of just like get a free pass. So that's weird, okay? If there is any raping going on, I want the person to go to prison, okay? So that's number one. You don't, which is odd. And also, number two, like half of these dudes are not... Like, if you think every single person that ICE is apprehending is like a violent rapist criminal, like you're insane, dude. What are you talking about? Like, nah, put all the rapists back. Like, I just don't understand I don't understand what the principle behind that could be. Like, yeah, dude, sick. I have the greatest ideas of all time. Yeah, it's a prison abolition for rapists only. Okay. Like Republicans are so crazy. They voted for a rapist president, and also their argument is like prison abolition, but only for rapists. Like, what the hell? What is it? What's happening here? What's going on? Why are you guys doing this? Also, a lot of the people that they're deporting are not rapists. Okay, just pointing that out there, or murderers. Really, definitely not murderers. Even though Trump is like, these immigrants, they're killing at least 3 people a pop or whatever. And it's like, dude, that's more murders than there are people. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, the 9-year-old they arrested with their parents is a rapist. Yeah. Yeah, no, they're insane. They're just doing right now is the most, like, from their perspective, this administration's first actions have to be the most defensible, right? In order to market it. That's why they're doing it with like Dr. Phil and shit, right? So the people that they're arresting currently, that's it. Those are like, these guys are going to be the most defensible deportations. Everything past this point is going to be even more indefensible. Question mark, question mark. I'm saying like they're trying to go after high profile criminals or whatever that the previous Department of Justice actually didn't clear out. But I am of this mindset, maybe I'm wrong, but I am of this mindset that like, the Department of Justice, regardless of like whichever administration is in control of it, is still going to prosecute rapists and murderers. Okay. It doesn't matter. There's no, yeah, according to NBC, 50% of the arrests were nonviolent. That makes sense. Like, that makes sense because there's just not that many like genuinely violent offenders out there that weirdly enough the system hasn't processed. Like, that doesn't make any sense. I think the system is fundamentally broken. If there are people who are actually flight risks or who have done like violent crimes, and the government's like, yeah, but you're undocumented, so we'll let you go. I don't think that's real. That's not a real thing at all, by the way. That is what Republicans believe is a real thing, right? I don't believe that that's a real thing. But you have to believe that that's a real thing in order for you to assume, in order for you to look at like the current system and say, oh, we need to do more. We need to do more. We need to do more apprehensions. You see what I'm saying? Screenshot a hype train at level 15 if you still want it. No. I believe you. I believe you. I believe you. All right, we'll figure something out. Nah, bro, Biden exclusively arrested immigrants who stole over $950 of product. That like the notion that like people would just like let rapists go because they're migrants is insane. That's not how the criminal justice system works. Okay? The criminal justice system doesn't work in that way where you just go, "Oh, are you doing this like heinous crime? Wait, hold on, let me check the books. Oh, it says here that you're doubly illegal. So now you're free to go." Like, that's not how double jeopardy works. You know what I mean? That's the opposite. People just like, maybe people famously misunderstood the concept of double jeopardy and they just think that that's how it goes. Like, if you're a rapist, you do a murder on the way after you're done with your rape, the police are like, oh no, he did both of these crimes. It's time to let him go. Like, that's not how this works. You know what I mean? You can't they try to stop you while you're just doing the one crime, because if you do the second crime, then they will literally let you go. Everybody knows this. And of course, the biggest crime of all is being born on the other side of a border. That's the worst. Significantly worse than any other crime, obviously. All right, hold on. Caroline, leave it. Not to be mistaken with love it or leave it. CBS is running China propaganda in term of camps.
And there is another Chinese.
I mean, yeah, of course they are. China is the number one enemy, dude. Yeah, I do notice her large ass cross. Yes. Chatters, we're in a bad situation. We're in a bad place.